Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. Right, we are up today with more from KSCRAFT, and I also have a couple of things to share with you. So first of all, we're going to be doing the Memex, and this comes with candies and little hearts and a bow. This is supposed to be a shaker, but I'm not doing it as a shaker. So we're doing that one today. Now, I'm going to digress very quickly to share this with you. You may have already seen this before, but you know all of the troubles that I have with glue bottles. Look at that. It's called, I don't know if you can see it on camera. Oh, EasyDo. EasyDo is what it's called. I'm going to get a clear picture. There you go. And I do not have a clue where I got it from. But if you look up there in the hole, look at that. And it just goes straight on. And if you wanted to do it that way, which I wouldn't, you know, you could. But just that silicone cap that snaps down keeps your glue fresh and ready to go. Oh, I love it. I really do. And I don't know where I got it from, but I found them on Amazon. So it's supposed to be a bottle stopper. You see that bit? And then you can put your syringe in or your spoon or whatever to get your medicine out of your bottle. But it just fits. It fits, yes. No more losing a pin or breaking a pin. And I just think that's awesome. So anyway, I wanted to share that. And then I promised I would share the glitter. This is the glitter that I got from AliExpress, because you know I love my vintage glitter bottle, and it's all soft and powdery, and it's exactly the same. Look, absolutely identical. So I took from this bag and filled my bottle up, and that's what's left over. But if you go to the bottom, that's where a little bit was left. There's absolutely no difference. So this bottle that I've had for 10 years now, or 12 years, it's going to last me another 10 or 12. And I've got a bit left in my bag to use up first. So yes, and I will link this. This one is identical in every single way. It's soft, it's powdery, and it's sparkly. So there's that one. And then next up, and I was playing around with this. Now, this was expensive. And I say it was expensive because the postage was $10. Yeah, it was $10 to get this from Europe. And you can see, I played around and I shook it up. But it's a mirror finish. I don't know if you can see that. There we go, mirror mist. And it's for plastic. That's the important thing about it. So, giving it a shake about, you can see... yeah, and it's on the plastic cap, so it is a mirror finish. So I'm looking forward to doing some embossing folders with this. So I just wanted to share that as well. And I got that from Amazon, and I did do a jolly good, I've just put it all over my hand, look. I'm going to go and wash my hands. I did a jolly good Google search for this, and Amazon was the cheapest, so... I'm just going to screw the cap off now. I get all excited about playing with stuff and I just don't put it away properly. So now you can see I've got a mirror finish finger. I'm just going to go and wash my hands and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been and washed my hands, and we are going to be using this in the week. And just a quick explanatory. Obviously you can spray it on anything plastic and through stencils and whatnot. But the reason I wanted it was so that I can emboss my, or what they call my sizzlet. Are they called sizzlets or impresslets? Where it embosses and die cuts. And I wanted to do them in acetate and then spray them so that they got a mirror finish for putting on tags and stuff. So that's why I got that, and for doing my bigger embossing folders, and also for using stencils, spraying onto acetate for shaker windows, so I can have like a border of snowflakes or something before I put all my shaky bits in. So that's the reason that I got that. Right, so I've done my glue top that I'm happy with. I've done my mirror mist. I'm just going to pop that over there. And I also got these, and I had to put them into a used stamp bag, because once I'd untied them, they expanded beyond the bag that they came in. And these are just little keyring dangly things that you can use on your tags and stuff, just for very easily hanging a charm. Because if you can see that. They come with a jump ring all ready to hang your charm on, and then you just thread that through, and you know, you do it just like you do your ribbon. You do that, and you got a little dangle for your book, your card, or your tag. So I think there was 100 there, and they were only a couple of bucks. So they took about 10 days to arrive, which is quite surprising for AliExpress. But I have noticed that their shipping is getting faster and faster. They're doing better discounts too, you know, spend 10, get free shipping. So I'm quite happy with that. So anyway, we have digressed all over the place. So today I'm also going to be using some of these. These are from KSCRAFT, I do believe. And I may have mixed my own gemstones in there, and I may not have. I can't remember. So we've got our lovely little Christmas mix. So on with the show. Yeah. Oh dear me. Right, I have cut the little drippy puddingy bit that goes on the head. Got a lot of bright light in here today. Oh, I just hope that you can see stuff. And it's got glitter on it. Oh, there we go. I found the sweet spot. Hey! So that's that lovely new soft glitter that's identical to my old. So that's his little puddingy bit for his head. And I've cut the frame. I am going to use the frame. So you get that in the die. So I wanted to put that around the outside, and I've decided that my gingerbread is going to have clothes, so I will explain that. So here is the Memex cutting craft cardstock, so that's what you get. And then I also cut it again, and this time I used Cosmo Cricket Golly Jolly, and that's from Snap Click Supply, and it's the candy paper. So I cut this in this, and then I just chopped it off where I wanted to, because it's going to have some closes. There you go. Mine is going to have closes. Right. And I've done 2 candies, and I've done the little frosting bit. So I did it in cream first, and then I did it in red, which gave me 2 opposites. So we're going to use those. I need to glue those together, and I did glue the little bow with a little layer piece there. It's really sweet, such a pretty bow, and the bow can go on the head or it can go here. It's entirely up to you. I was thinking actually that I might put a candy here, make it look like a big bow, and then one in the hand or something. I quite like the idea of that. And I've cut out the eyes, and I've cut out the frosting, and I've cut out the little buttons, and you get 2 heart-shaped cheeks, so one goes on. So right, first of all, let's start gluing, because I'm already confusing people, I know. And I'm just going to go around the edge on this. And let's go here. All you got to do is match it up to your die cut. Slide that across. And now my little ginger's got some closes. Now you could decorate this if you're doing it like this in any way you want. You know, you could have little bits of ribbon trim, real cotton rickrack or something around the arms and the legs, and that would look really sweet. Right, the next thing I want to do is this one, and I'm just going to dot glue, I think, in the anchor points. I want to go around the head. So all I'm quite literally doing is just touching the bottle on this. Take me a little bit to get around all the bends. And then we need need to get this on straight, so I'm going to go with the armpits. I'm not really pressing anything down until I've slid it all over. I'm going to push that down. Then I want to make sure that I've got my head straight, so I'm just going to pick that up and finagle it into position. So I just really love that border edge, and it's done in a darker shade than the craft. I hope you can see that. So it is definitely a darker colour, and then you can just move your bits up, just push it gently with your thumbnail and you should get up there. Right, I'm happy with that. Got a little bit of extra glue, but that will soon dry. Ooh, cutie. And there's still a little bit of play in the glue, which is nice. Right, so that little bit of glue up there is going to dry. Now the next thing I want to do is put his little frosting drip on, and I'm just going to go to the edge. I might put a bit here. I don't want to put anything in the centre because you could end up creating a harsh line where it meets. So I'm going to go up here. Once again, just line it up. And then pop your frosting down. Now while I'm doing that, I'm actually going to throw some sprinkles onto the top area of the glitter. So, because this is going to take a while to dry, so I'm just dragging my glue bottle. I'm going to cap it off. And I'm just going to grab these, and where they fall, I'm just going to press them. I do love decorating things with little sprinkles. My little rhombus sequins that I'm always talking about, they're my absolute favourites, and I use those, if you're used to watching this channel, on all of my donuts and cupcakes and stuff, because I really enjoy using them. Alright, let's have a look at that. I think you could do with a bit more, be a bit more generous. I'm going to squish them down and try not to lift them off. I want it to be quite chunky, so I might even put a bit more glue on there. Yeah, I think that will do. Right, I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to come right back. Okay, so that's dry enough, and the next thing I want to do is bring in these other pieces. I'm just sliding them up with my fingers, and I've got my pickup tool. Now the eyes are black and they've got a hole in them so that you can add a piece of white highlight. So all I've done is cut two in cream. I'm just moving my little frosting bits out of the way. So to do this, because I want a little white highlight off to one edge, plus I also want some cream colour there, I'm just going to face these up so that then I can, you know, point the black ones down. So I just want a little bit of glue right there, and then you want these in the opposite direction. I'm trying to think how I want these. There we go. I've got just a little bit of white off the edge there. I'm just picking that one up while I slide it because I want it to be the same. So now we've filled in the whites of the eyes using that extra eye done in cream, plus we've also got that. And then you can choose which direction your little gingerbread is going to look. And mine is going to look a little bit surprised. I don't know if he's going to look to the left or the right yet. So let's pop him on there and find out. Yeah, I think he looks nice like that. But I am going to use my white paint pen as well. Yeah, I want him to look, you know, slightly surprised. Don't eat me, that's what he's saying. Put me back on the plate. Right, so I'm going to go there. So I'm just going to position my drops. And go there. Right, I just had one of my little hearts fly away. I'm going to go there. And there. So he's got a little element of surprise on his face. Right, I'm just making sure that they're level. And now I'm going to get my white paint pen, which is this one, also from Amazon, Artistro. I'm giving it a jolly good shake because I haven't used it in a while. I'm just going to test it off on a scrap of cardstock. Make sure that we have good flow. And if you don't, these are really good pens. They're really fine. Right. I think I'm flowing correctly. And then just decide, because we've got like white points here, I'm just going to go here and just put 2 drops in and just go there. So he's got a little bit of added character on his eyes. That's all it took, just 2 little drops. Right, now I'm going in with the mouth, which I've also cut in black. Now, of course, this is a fiddly piece, and I know most people will use a pair of tweezers, but I can't find mine because I only own 1 pair, because I'm just so used to using my pickup tool. So let's decide where that little mouth is going to go. Now you could, of course, if you wanted to, put his mouth the other way around and he could be a sad gingerbread. Not that you'd really want that for Christmas, but if you're doing this for Halloween, you know, he could be a sad gingerbread, and then you could use this, glue it on the side and trim it out, like somebody had taken a bite out of him, and he could be wearing a little witchy hat or a little back bow or something like that. So you could certainly change the character. Right, so we've got that, and we've got 2 little heart cheeks, and we've got matching hearts that go for buttons on the clothes. So just decide where you want those. And I don't want it on the eye. So I think there is kind of nice. You can go right up and over if you want to. It's always nice to play because you're changing the expression when you do that. I quite like that. But then, you know, you could go like that if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. So just decide where the cheeky cheeks are going to go, and I'm going to put down a couple of dots of glue. You can see they're just really small dots. Make sure you're using your pickup tool the correct way. I'm going off on a slight angle. Just going to give that a squeeze. Let's have a close-up now. Just remember, all of his glue bits, they're just going to dry. I do love his little pudding bit up there, with all his sprinkles just thrown on top of it. I think that's really cute. Right, so we've got that, and the next bit we want is we want the arms and the legs frosting. Now you'll see you've got, that's a shorter piece, that's a longer piece. Your longer pieces are for the legs, and then your shorter squatty pieces are for the arms. So let's get the leg in. Now we're just trimming off his little Christmas onesie here, so that's what I'm going to do with these. And have I got the right piece there? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I got it the wrong way around. Right. And then I'm going to go here. So make sure you get it the right way around. These are mirror imaged. And I'm going to give those a squeeze. So he's got his frosting on his legs, and now we need to do the frosting on the arms. Yeah, I'm going to do that way. You can decide which way round you want to put your frosting on. I'm quite happy with that. And then we've got the little heart buttons down the front, and we've also got the bow. So I'm just going to put the bow on, which is going to go at the neckline. And I want it in the centre, which I believe is there. And get rid of that. Isn't it cute? Ooh, I like that. And then I've got 2 peppermint candies, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one, and then I'll dash off and glue the other, so you don't have to watch me doing that. And just pop those on straight. Right, I'll just glue the other one, and I will be right back. Right, so I've glued my candies, and the next thing is the little heart-shaped buttons, and all I've done is do those in red. So I just need to like dot down from the bow where I'm going to have those, and hopefully I've got my glue in the right places. So I'm just going to pick those up and pop them on. I'll straighten that one up a little bit. And then you can decide whether your gingerbread is going to hold the candy. It's entirely up to you, but I think mine is going to be holding both. So, trying to think which one I want on top. I'm going to go cream underneath and pop that little candy there. Then I'm going to overlap it. Yeah, I'm going to go for a blob of glue there. And then pop my other candy. And that's how I am going to do mine. And look, I'm just going to pick this up and I'm going to put it straight on there. How good is that? Oh yes, indeed. And this is what I have for you today. Now the glue's not completely dry yet and my hands are covered in it. But isn't that cute? I absolutely love that. Really, really sweet. Right, I thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you have an absolutely awesome day, and as usual, all links below. Bye.